bad, but like it's it's very hard to find things that I think would work for it. I thought about maybe like if I was like making my partner like because they have like an espresso machine and that seemed like a good one. Uh, Even though I don't like drinking coffee, so I was like maybe that one.
I just
Um,
don't have friends that would want to do it, and doing it alone, I feel like is awkward, at least for me.
well, you need like
And
a
so I'm
thing to
like,
set your like phone up to like film you too if you don't have someone
yeah.
there. So
So
that's one of the
TikToks, Wes Anderson, that's what we're
yeah.
talking about, everybody.
Or stop doing this to me.
Told you had a minute. So what do
You think I can tell time?
I'm sorry. I was like, oh, the ad roll is over. I can't just have us sitting here staring at a black screen.
You could.
Hint if my hands start going like this.
Yeah,
think
like
I
three
think
of
I'm
us
looking at
started
this
waving.
screen.
It's fine. We just start, wiggling around, having a good time. Random anecdotes that lead to strange conversations. It's fine. It's just like it really is cold opens. That's what we're doing. It's great. Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's episode of the Mind of the Martyr, episode 99. Good lord, that's a lot of everything. Wow. It just kind of hit me. I said 99, and I'm like, oh, oh.
One
Yeah, that's a number.
episode away from
Yeah, that
triple
is indeed a
digits.
number. That is indeed a number. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and play some TTRPGs together. But before we do that, there's a few folks that I quickly need to mention to help keep us on the air here at Friends Who Roll Dice. We are affiliated with Dice Envy, which you would have seen before. The link will be in chat for that. There will also be a quick link for Grinding Coffee Co., who are a Black LGBT plus owned coffee company who are fantastic. They support a whole bunch of streamers in the space. They make some fantastic coffee. If you're anything like me, then coffee is just a requirement on most days. So yeah, go ahead and check them out. Check out their various different blends and flavors, and pick up a sample pack if you can't decide, and grab a few little things and see what you like, see what you don't, and grab more of what you like. Throw in FWRD for some money off your order. You'll be supporting an independent business and us as well. It is a win all around. We are also a Roll20 ambassador stream. Roll20 is an online toolset that brings pen and paper RPGs online. If you haven't seen it already, head on to roll20.net. There is a marketplace where you can grab assets and fully converted TTRPGs that you can just slot in and off you go with your friends. You can sign up for free, and you can pick up some pro packages to escalate your game to the next level. Whole bunch of wonderful tools on the DM side and on the player side, and we use it for our own maps when we do fight every now and then as well. So yeah, go ahead and check them out at roll20.net. This is how we roll. Wonderful. Since I know that people's notes were a little sporadic now, haha, not looking at anyone in particular from a conversation before we went live, absolutely not. Who would like to go ahead and review what happened last session?
Want the comedy version?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so we were on a boat and we decided to take a 3-hour tour. We went to visit the tomb on the dead place, Demon's Tomb, or Devil's Tomb, depending on where you're from. When we got there, the place was dead.
Go figure.
Sorry.
Shocking. Plot twist.
Shocking. No, there was a person there doing some kind of ritual at each tombstone. No, sarcophagus that we saw in the tomb. The tombs were white, marble-ish things. But the ritual they were doing involved purple flames in like these incense burners on each sarcophagus. We questioned the person, who appeared to be a young in age person. They said that they had been there for a while, And they couldn't remember where they came from?
They got there on a dinghy.
Right, on a dinghy.
They
Just-
were incredibly suspicious.
But they had no
They
idea how
heard
they got there.
rumors. They were very suspicious. So while Mara and Jacaranda grilled them, with Hiroki standing by,
Try to be polite.
Nawi and Dewan went to explore the back parts of the tomb, and found a black stain on the wall with sigils. We assume this is where. What's the dragon's name?
Vis.
Where Vis is entombed and asleeping, we hope. Then Nawi searched this personage's tent. The person's name was Aika. That's how they introduced themselves. Searched their tent, found a mysterious portal in the wall, stuck their arm through it, and found some gold or platinum. Lots of platinum. Stuck their arm in the portal. And is that where you found the pendant?
Pendant and platinum were in the tent together.
Okay.
And we
What did you
pocketed.
find in the portal? Nothing?
Nothing. It just felt like it
Cliffhanger.
was Portal was like, this goes somewhere, and now he's like, I'm not gonna do that. And so I am sitting watching the portal waiting for everyone else to get back.
Right. And Shikari's watching you. In the meantime, Hiroki was like, hi, let's be friends. But Jacaranda and Mara were like, no, we're not having it. Who are you? And the personage started oozing and transforming and became the god Akala, who's the god of revelation, death, something, the hunt.
Death, war, commerce, memory, and the hunt.
Yes. And Mara was upset because this personage was trying to make the souls that are sleeping here cross to the other side without knowing if that's going to release Vis. And Jacaranda was upset because the person was just lying.
To be fair, they said they want the souls to go where they should go, so they didn't know if it was other side or back to their body. But they're like, they aren't here, but they aren't there either. They
Right.
are somewhere
Yeah,
else.
they're somewhere else.
But they still don't know what's going to happen when they
No,
do
absolutely.
that.
No, they have no idea, but
They have no idea.
they don't like them being in the secret third thing.
Yeah, they're like, either they should be dead and then we could resurrect them, or like they should be here.
I don't like, they're like, I do not like secret third thing.
And Mara's like, but you don't know what's going to happen. Stop poking at things. And that's where we left off.
And they're
with
like,
the
I'm a god.
transformation of the deity.
Yeah.
And we're like,
They're like,
don't care.
okay, apparently I have to show you who I am because you guys won't
They're
just
like,
let
Jesus
me lie
Christ,
to you.
I'm a god, follow me. Oh my god, oh my god.
Oh,
Right. And Mara's like, I don't
Yeah,
get
we were
in
like,
the
we're
band
not
with
following you. Where are
strangers."
we going?
Right. Left off.
Indeed.
And we were so upset by it that we didn't even do our closings last time. We were just like, no, no.
Indeed. We pick up exactly where we left off, as the form of Ika falls away, and this more otherworldly, definitely a reflection of celestial creatures that some of you may have seen in books, in travels, in research, but definitely more warped, more twisted, more otherworldly. Not evil, just strange. This kind of connection to this halo that kind of sits across their back, connects up to this structure that seems to join at the head, almost creating this pylon of horns, almost. The rest of their robe still kind of hangs loosely on their body, as their face doesn't change a whole lot, becomes a little more muscular, a little older, perhaps, but not by much. The pupils themselves are a mixture between black and white. They almost seem to kind of dance around each other in their eyes. And that power, that immediate presence is immediately undermined by them placing a hand on their temple, rubbing it slowly, and just, usually all of that works, and people, don't decide to keep asking questions and keep poking at things, and,
Oh, you mean like you're poking at things? Stop poking at things!
regardless, you seem to be quite in the thick of things at the moment.
Maybe. Who wants to know? Because Mara still doesn't know this is a Kala.
They reach into their pocket, pull out this small piece of gold that seems to almost expand as soon as they rub a thumb over it. It turns into this quite wide chalice. They immediately kind of take a sip from. All right. Some proper introductions then, I guess, should be owed, I suppose. I am a Kaltha. And you, I have already heard quite a bit about in various travels. You've been making an interesting name for yourselves, dealing with situations and dealing with individuals that would have torn apart lesser people, or perhaps greater people, depending on your viewpoint, I suppose. So what exactly is it that you are here for? Truthfully.
What are you here for, truthfully?
Imagine just questioning a god.
Mara does not care. If the gods had taken care of this before, we wouldn't be here.
Where I was like, fuck
perhaps
you.
should not have been surprised by that response.
I think we've been pretty honest since we got here, and you're the one who hasn't. So maybe you being truthful with us first would give us, we'd feel more comfortable divulging more of
Also,
an even playing field.
you say that we're in the thick of it, but you are here in the middle of the thick of it. So perhaps.
You also said you know a lot about us already, and we don't know anything about you. So I just feel like, it's got to be a back and forth thing.
Here,
Also, wait.
now, Dawan and Naui.
Naui's not
What did
here.
Yeah.
Dawan is here. Because Dawan, went back.
Right.
But also,
Dawn heard Mara getting upset.
yes, Dawan heard screaming and was like, you stay here, watch the portal. I go back, investigate the screaming. But Dawan would recognize the god's name.
Most certainly.
Most certainly. So Dawan is saying this, and also in the mind link, Darling, we're speaking to a god right now. I just continue to watch the portal.
You get the ellipses essentially.
So like typing.
Everyone is typing.
Ikalta's hands clasp together as they roll their eyes and smile a little. Just, oh, it has been so refreshing to speak to. I was about to say living individuals, but that sounds incredibly menacing, but it's accurate. I assume you know enough of the history of this place to be asking so many questions. When the magic here was committed, the creature itself was pushed back, but it could not be held back. People are powerful. You are an obvious example of that, but when dealing with powers that you do not understand, it is difficult, complicated, like swimming upstream when you're already exhausted. So, I had seen the interesting situation and decided to intervene directly. I made a small deal with some of the heroes that day. I would watch over the seal. I would keep it here. I would keep it strong. I would keep it intact enough that no one would be able to come and meddle with it. In response, I wanted two things. One, to be able to watch the sleepers, to figure out and research and attempt to cure their malady. And two, I extended their lifespans quite significantly. And they accepted. So, I have been here since the war ended. I have been popping out here and there, you could say. I've been watching, still keeping up my duties. But I've also made sure that the wards here have never wavered. Apparently, my cover story could use some work. But then again, usually people don't exactly want to stay here, so you were the first ones who have been silly enough. Persistent enough. Reckless enough. Endangering enough, depending on whichever word you would prefer. And so here we are. All of that to say, if you do plan on meddling with the seal, I will vaporize you in an instant.
Oh, we have no plans on meddling with the seal.
Good.
So is the seal as strong as it was when you installed it all those years ago?
I didn't install it. I just maintain it.
Well,
it is as strong as it was when it was created. These individuals who risked themselves, they did a fantastic job.
No risk of the seal breaking, then. At least, not naturally.
Someone would have to come here and get through me to be able to do it.
Do you pretend to be other people too, or is that like your main one that you pretend to be?
I have other guises, yes.
So people think other people are coming, but it's really just been you here the whole time.
More or less, yes.
Is it more or is it less? Like there's a yes or a no, I feel like. I'm
People do
sorry,
not
Ray.
come here to check on things regularly. It is just me. I am always here. However, sometimes I need, when people are, say, hiding out here and spending a significant amount of time here, I need to back up my own cover story. So I become other people, do other jobs, come back. I have a few personas that I bounce between. That and, personas to interact with individuals in the world, walk around in the streets, talk with people, that kind of thing. It's being a god of death can be incredibly complex.
So, if you're all knowing about this island, what is that portal?
At the back of the room,
Yes.
that is it. That's the seal.
No. Next to the seal, there's another portal.
Oh, that is just a small permanent transition to my realm. Blinking between back and forth, it got exhausting, so I left a small way to enter and exit as I wished.
So it's
So-
a doorway to a different plane.
Are you concerned that if this gets out, it could just go into your home like easily then? Now? Because you have an open portal to your home.
Or that someone could travel from your realm into this one and let this out? I'm just spitballing here.
My realm isn't exactly one where people can walk around, so to speak. Individuals, when they
But
are
it's
sent,
not impossible.
And
when
you're
they
right,
are
if it's-
sent to my realm, they cannot leave. If they choose to visit, that's a different matter entirely, but then I would know about it, so.
Hiroki, are you related to a call? Not
I know.
saying all celestials are related, but I just want to make sure
Oh,
before I offend
no.
them any further that I am not offending you.
Hiroki, this isn't your uncle, right? I can keep bullying this guy.
As far as I know, this is the first time we've met.
Likewise.
When was the last time you were at your realm? In our, calendar.
Probably 6 months ago, roughly. Maybe a little more.
Could you do us a favor and go double check your realm, make sure no one's come through lately, in the last 6 months?
Also to when you come back, can you just come back as your favorite persona? Because I'd like to meet them.
I am not leaving this place. That is very much been established that I need to keep watch here, but I will send one of my other selves to take a look around, yes.
Okay, so while
So
you're
you
doing
are
that,
leaving, but you're staying too. You're still leaving if it's you.
Listen, she's very literal.
Do not talk to Jacarena about train stamsiation.
My physical form that you see here is staying here. One of my other physical forms, which is currently in my realm, will wake up and use its senses to check. There. I think that is as literal as I can get. Okay. I have answered.
So
Now you
this
answer.
is what we've been dealing with. So Ravathun, that was supposedly defeated all those years ago, it is making his way to this realm. And we have a fear that he's coming to get his lieutenant. That can't be killed or destroyed by any means known on this plane of existence. So that's why we're here, to make sure that that seal is staying in place and that Vis is not getting out.
I see. Well, you can be assured that nothing has tried to tamper with the seal. Nothing has been here, well, other than the occasional group simply waiting out a storm or being terrible at directions. Other than that, it has just been me for a considerable amount of time.
The last time you left here, when was that?
A version of me has been here since the war ended. So, if you mean to say a moment where I have never been here, ever, would have been before the war.
So are all the versions of you as observant as all the others?
Yes. We all have our same capabilities. It's kind of like a lot of your very powerful magic users can create copies of themselves. They're not quite as good as the real thing, but they have all of the same abilities and things like that. I can do something similar, except it is total. We all have the same abilities, the same connections. We are technically different bodies, but we are all the same person.
So how's your homebody doing right about now? They find anything?
Not currently.
They're still looking, or they've just done it like a cursory sweep and not found anything?
It's more of like an echo. You send a ping out, it sits for a while, wait until it hits something unusual, and then comes back. But there is more than one level of my realm, so I'm being thorough. Ikelda takes another swig from the chalice. So, you came here on your own?
I think like another god told us to come here. I'm not 100% sure on that. But did you know about like people are coming to try to open this thing like soon? Like there's a plot happening.
I was aware at some point that someone would stop by. Someone had sent word to me directly, warning me not to expect a usual visitor at some point.
You have usual visitors?
As I say, the occasional stray group looking for shelter or trying to hide something or smuggle something, though that is what I would consider the regular visitors.
Oh, okay.
But not like break out this thing
But not like
and the world.
individuals in cultish robes or anything like that.
Or like a crowned monarch, say, being.
You speak of the monarch, I assume.
Yeah, that wants this dragon out.
Yes, I'm aware of those events that had happened.
Are you aware that the monarch's pretty close?
I'm aware that they're attempting to claw their way back again.
No, like literally, they are like we ran into them on the way here. Like they are close.
No.
Boy, how's that ping work?
I think around like this discussion, I would probably say to Nami what the portal is, and perhaps it's good to join us if they so choose.
No. I think I am okay.
You're okay not meeting your new god Riddler.
I don't know if they like me. I am supposed to be dead, so I think I will stay here.
Okay, you stay there. I also don't think that they like us particularly all that much, but you know.
Especially not Mara.
I also I am very nervous. I've never met a god. I wouldn't know what to do with my hands, you know? I don't want to bow too much. I will I am okay until we I am and stops typing.
Goes into ellipses again.
So I assume you can sense our boat. Can you sense that it was affected by the monarch's magics?
There is a vessel, indeed. One individual remains on it. No sign of any magical marks, magical tampering, anything remaining. No residual marks, so that probably means that the magic was affecting the area and not the boat directly. Nothing I can see.
And it was like what, a day ago, or was it like 2 days ago? I don't remember how long it was before we got to the island that we saw this.
Nothing I can see of this monarch, no.
Okay, well, they're pretty close to here since, as I said, we ran into them and their magics on the way here. I don't know if they have the ability to cloak their magics from gods, but
Gods are powerful, but we are not omnipotent nor omniscient, contrary to the popular belief.
So yeah, if there's any like extra security measures you may want to take now knowing this information, I suggest maybe doing that.
Most certainly.
Because I talk a big game, but seriously, playing with you guys is not fun.
The situation will be handled. If anything, anyone dares to try, I will be more than ready to deal with the situation.
That's what they all thought the
I was
first
gonna say, just
time.
aid of doubt.
Well, your journey has brought you to here. Feel free to look around, rest, do whatever it is that would make you feel comfortable. Your companion, she's more than welcome to poke about. If you would like to step through the portal, you are welcome. I would not recommend it, but you are welcome.
I thought you asked us to go to your home not long ago.
Yes, but I would have gone with you. I don't recommend you going by yourself.
But aren't you already in your home?
Yes.
So you would have come from your home to take us back into your home, but you would have stayed here too.
Again, we are not omnipotent or omniscient. I have a connection with that individual, but that does not mean.
Just tell me how what were you thinking was going to happen when we went? Just like, what was that going to be?
Would it be like escorting us to your portal and then
Handing us
baton
off.
passing us through?
Essentially, yes, that would have
Okay.
been the plan.
That's
But as much as they are me and I am them, there is also an original body. There is one true version, a prime version. That's this. They're very much identical to me. We sense the same. We can communicate. We can, share
So
abilities.
if I
share
was to
powers.
punch you, they would feel it.
or just a hypothetical. If you
Mara, you
were to
can't
get
punch a
punched,
god.
but not like specifically Mara.
You can punch me and I would not feel it, or I would feel it, but the other one would not. However, if you somehow punched me hard enough to deal damage, that wound would also be applied to the other one. If
But
one
what
of
if
us
okay,
were
but
to go,
because you're the prime one, it would do that?
The same is true regardless.
That seems like a flaw. That seems not great.
Magic is magic. As I say,
What if you were knocked unconscious?
I'm beginning to get incredibly concerned by the questions that you are asking.
I'm just trying to wonder if we're going to need to stay around and protect you since you are protecting the ward in case beings come and get the drop on you.
I do know that you did say that if we tried to tamper with the seal, you would eviscerate us. No, wait. Vaporize us. So perhaps you're a bit stronger than we're giving you credit for. But we also are just looking out for every version of yourself.
But beings from the plane that we're dealing with tend to not physically harm people. They psychically harm people and could knock you the fuck out. Is my fear.
Yeah, theoretically they could. We don't know if they actually could knock you out.
As I look towards Logan.
This is not the first time that I have dealt with incredibly powerful creatures and individuals. You do not need to worry, although your caution is commendable and your
I'm just saying the
is
same
noted.
thing happened how many ever thousands years ago, and it's happening again. And if people had taken care of it the first time, I could be laying on the beach right now.
That is exactly why some of us have taken to direct intervention rather than simply sitting on the sidelines. But believe it or not, despite how powerful I am, this also takes a lot of energy and a lot of concentration. So there's not a whole lot else I can do. keeping up with my duties as well as holding up my end of the bargain.
Okay, so do you have like a posse you can like call in and say, hey, I need extra help? Because like,
no,
my family, we stick together.
That is evident. Just kind of takes a brief look across you all.
So basically what you're saying is we're going to have to adopt you.
That is not at all what I...
So that you have backup. Because you can't do much else except for protect this ward. So if someone tried to come and do things to you, you need someone who can watch your back.
I never want to argue with Mara.
You already lost.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even opening move in chess. It's like you sit down across Samara, you already fucked up.
You've already fucked up.
It's already too late.
You
what
looked
do you
in Mara's direction. Game over.
You didn't set up the game yet.
You
don't know what
her
to
name.
tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I can't help you anymore. It's
like,
too late.
Just leave. So I feel like we came here to just like make sure things are okay, but you know, you're like here protecting it. So I guess I don't really know what we do from here.
You can go hunt the monarch.
We know the monarch is close by, even if certain individuals can't sense them. Close by. We did make the monarch make a move. He did say hello to us in their own way.
Sure, if that's what you guys want to do.
Oh, this is not what Jacaranda wants to do. There must be a reason why we went to this island and the monarch chose to make their presence known to us.
I'm just worried that when they said they'll come back to me, that like I'm like one of those people they were talking about. And then I'd be doing exactly what like they said.
I mean, the monarch have to go through all of us to keep you.
Yeah. Unless there's something that they could do that, you know, you'd have to go through me to save me. Like everything that I am is because of them.
We could stick you in your greenhouse.
I can willingly exit.
We could stick you in my bag of holding. You don't need oxygen. Well,
it's dark in there, though.
She's got the sunlight gems.
I do have sun. I guess we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
We probably shouldn't burn bridges.
If you don't want people to follow you, you should.
If your self does discover something, since this seems like it's going to take a while with your many, many levels of your realm, do you have a way to contact us to let us know? And you betcha. Contact us and let us know.
Please.
Do you have like a small version of yourself that we could carry in our pocket or something? Some kind of
DM, can I have a pocket god? Pocket god, please.
Also, I just want to point out that Viridian has been on their shoulder this entire time since before they changed into the god.
What a wild
Because you've been adopted by us now, so your family. Family dinners are anytime we're
gods.
back at Stonehaven.
The entire time the Viridian's been sat on their shoulder, their entire body has seemed to begin to wilt and then surge with a bunch of life again. Begin to wilt and surge with life and begin in just like this slow cycle of just starting to die and then blooming wildly.
And now Viridian is a big tree.
It's just it doesn't seem bothered. Like they don't seem bothered by it. They're not in pain, nothing like that. It's just the energy around Ikalta, this flow of life and death.
Makes note not to hug Ikalta.
Yeah, that could get bad. Okay, well, should we leave them to this for now?
They need to answer if they can contact us question. Because if not, Shikari's staying here.
This is exactly why I wanted people to stay away.
Well, then you should have put out like signs or something.
Oh yeah, I saw
a couple skulls.
It says like no trespassing, beware of dog, but you could put like beware of God. Oh no, you want to be hidden, right? You don't want people to know you're a god, but it could be funny.
I think that this island has no magic is kind of a good sign to stay away.
I have more questions about the people who are coming to this island to wait out storms or danger. I feel like this is the dangerous island.
This is the danger.
I feel like for smugglers, it makes sense.
Hey, Dawn, maybe we should make some tea?
I think we might need something a little bit stronger than tea.
It's the first time in years that I have regretted this bargain. I suppose that's my own fault. You do not need to be contacted. You have your own puzzles to solve, your own issues to deal with.
I mean, this is a pretty big issue.
I think what they're saying is that this is an issue that we can strike off our list.
They're handling it.
We can let the god do the god thing.
We can let the god do the god thing.
This is what people say.
But
I think they can be a lone wolf.
And
then they need help.
We put a pin in it, and we deal with the monarch, the creatures from the other dimension who are still trying to raise the dragon, but maybe they're somewhere else. So perhaps we focus on them in their somewhere else place. But this island, as awful as it is, and I would very much like to get off of this island, is safe for now. From the only person who is able to use magic on this awful island. I'm sorry for calling your home awful. It's awful.
As this conversation is happening, Nawi, is there anything specific that you would like to do? Anything that's running through your head?
A million things are running through Nawi's head, but she's not going to move from this spot until she's told it's time to leave. Nawi has racing thoughts, but I have been rolling for her, what's the word for it? Being a good girl. And she's being a very good girl right now. So she is staying where she was told to stay.
Awesome. And what's your passive perception?
Oh boy. Don't worry, it is high. It's 16.
16. Okay. Good to know. That's it.
Will not laugh in passive perception of 20. Jacaranda, if we left a seed here, would you be able to see it, do you think? Or is it just too dead here?
When I'm not while I'm here, like if we left
no,
the
like
island,
if we left.
then I might be able to, since the magic would be originating outside of.
I'm trying to do the Scanlan leaving a pile of poop behind.
Yeah, the scrap. Poop scrap. I mean, I can leave a seed. Let me add it. I'll add it to my list of seeds that I left.
Okay, well, we're leaving. But if something happens, I'm going to be very disappointed.
What's this room called? A tomb? The tomb? The devil's tomb? A demon's tomb?
It's a cave with a port. I don't know. I don't make up these names. I don't name things.
You don't know where this is, like on a map or anything? Like it's no like.
Wait, would Darwin know?
Blinks. Blinks twice.
Because is the island the devil's tomb, or is like specifically like
the island is the devil's tomb?
That's the name that you've given this place? Okay, good.
I didn't have anything to do with that.
All right. the name that people have given this place. Good to know. Demon's tomb, devil's tomb.
I'm just gonna call it the devil's tomb room, and I'll just know what that is.
Call us home away from home.
That's
you don't want us to start calling it the God Cave. I feel like that gives away your position.
Ikalta's holiday shack. Holiday home.
Take his harness off of him, please.
They take one more swig from the chalice. Just do as you wish. As I say, if you need a chance to rest and recuperate, you're more than welcome to use the space. It's not like anyone else is using it but me. Unless I am required any further, I will go back to my rituals.
Just be careful.
So about this plan of yours to send these beings to where they belong, you truly do not think it's going to weaken the seal if you do that?
No. The seal was created by the individuals that were here, but magic does not stay
just one. Sorry.
Totally volatile. Charged. They don't stay. You cast a seal against a wall, you cast a rune against a wall, it's not going to stay that way forever. The magic is eventually going to either fade or escape. They made it. I maintain it. I am the fuel, the battery.
Okay, so this ritual that you're going to use to send them where they belong, is that going to take a good amount of attention on your part, so you will not be watching as closely the seal? Because if so, you need to wait.
Once I figure out exactly what I need to do, I will call upon those that I have already made my bargain with. They will come and help me watch over this place while, indeed, my attention is on the ritual.
So they're still
Why?
alive, these people
Yes.
you have made the bargain with.
Yes, very much so. I expanded their lifespan quite considerably as part of the bargain.
But if a Ravathun makes it here on this plane, then they may not be living much longer. Can you protect them from being turned into a pile of black ash?
It sounds like you may have a bigger issue at hand if this. She mentioned them before, this Ravathun. Sounds like they are considerably powerful. So, don't let them come to the plane. Simple.
Easy.
Can we meet your friends? Can we meet your friends?
I believe you've already met at least 2.5 of them. I say half because one is their descendant. One of them sent me word that you were coming in the first place, and how you are an interesting group of individuals, but she seems to like you for some reason, which is
the queen. Is it the queen?
Amusing. What do you think?
It's the queen.
That's just because she doesn't want to get on our bad side because she tried to stick us in a dungeon.
I think she doesn't want to get on our bad side because she doesn't want what just happened to happen to her.
Maybe.
Yes,
she knows she'll lose.
You've met a couple of them at this point. Yes, Andavariel was one of the individuals that had contacted me during the war itself. There was also a small, irritating, cocky, dragonborn individual.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Kata.
have also met the descendant of Alexander Brightspire, one of the other combatants that was there during the battle. They unfortunately did not survive, but their daughter did.
Right.
She's the one currently on the vessel with you.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be that, like, who the fuck was it, Sarah?
Who the fuck is Sally?
Sally.
We brought it
Sally
back.
was coming
We brought
back
it
into
back.
it.
Flashback to like 60 episodes ago.
60 episodes.
Sally.
Who the fuck is Sally?
But yes, tell Andavariel I said hello. Tell Kader to go fuck himself. And you should probably
Dear
also
Kata, Ikatha says come visit soon.
Let's have good times together.
You should probably also tell Anastasia that it is not her fault.
That's her name.
Huh?
Actually,
it is her fault.
One more thing.
What soil did you consume today?
Since I had an espresso donut. Sorry.
Since they have stepped relatively out of earshot, what happened to your friend?
Naui?
Which time?
Their flow is skewed, mixed up.
Yeah, I probably want to talk to Nevin about that. I don't know.
That explains a lot. It was just a strange undercurrent, that's all.
That's okay. We love her just the way she is.
I actually have a question. Am I alive like they're alive?
Jesus fuck.
In regards to yourself?
Yeah, like you said you could feel like a weird thing. I'm just curious, like, am I like alive like they're alive? Like, because you're the god of death and stuff, so
You are alive, Jacaranda.
but like the same as them, or like the same as like a tree. Like do I have a soul?
Are you telling me trees don't have souls?
Wow.
I mean, not the same way as like you guys do. It's like they kind of live on together, like an energy thing. You don't like go to the afterlife and see like a bunch of dead trees.
I mean, I feel like when we die, we return to the earth from which we were born. So, if anything, trees are parts of everyone's soul.
But there's not like your soul, like you bring your soul back to your body, like when you die, you know, that thing.
I'm gonna be real with you, Jacker, and I've never tried to return a soul to a felled tree before.
It is so interesting watching mortal creatures talk about death like they know anything about it. Jacaranda, you have a current just like everyone else does. Your river flows with the same energy as everyone else around you. You have a path, you have a direction. Sometimes things go awry. The river flows in a different direction. Sometimes it might overflow, but it's still there. You are just as much you as anyone else is here then. Whatever strange happenstance led to your existence, it was meant to happen at some point. Or at least, that's how I perceive it. This energy would have gone somewhere. This consciousness would have gone somewhere. This being. So, it ended up in you. That's not a bad thing.
I take Birdie back.
Besides, at least your creation was magical and you weren't like created in the back of a bar somewhere. Anyway, we should go.
Denny's parking lot.
I've heard it can be pretty magical too, so.
So are we going to our next adventure?
Yes, I have some murdering to do. I'm serious. If something happens, I will be very disappointed.
As you say that, Mara, with your mahusive passive perception, and also being relatively close to the exit of the cavern, for the first time, you feel a shift in this place. You feel goosebumps. It's like cold ripple.
Was that you? Because if not, someone's here.
You see Occulta's eyes dot up past you all. Interesting. You should leave now.
I was like, I can't leave now. I know somebody's badge is here.
Is this an I told you so moment? And also, Naui, darling, you need to come to the front now.
Okay.
We don't leave family behind. We're gonna stay. Don't worry about us. But we're
Unless, like, you
back to
vaporize the whole room, because that could be bad. Maybe we should.
I mean, we could step outside the cave, but we're
Yeah,
not
like
leaving the
maybe
island.
that's.
Mara's out there taking a stick under protection of Mara.
Oh my god.
Naui,
Yeah.
as one of the ones most connected to nature, and Jacaranda being kind of a member of nature yourself, you are the next to feel this shift in the atmosphere. There's no wind, just a temperature change, just this coldness, this sudden Naui for you, goosebumps, but Jacaranda for you, it's almost like everything is frozen for just a fraction of a second and then lets up again. It's just this sudden cold tingle.
Does anything look different, sound different, smell different? I open all of my senses and my chakra gates. I'm using the power of youth.
And Shikari's gonna stand over protecting you.
With your 8th gate opened, you
Yeah.
die.
Instant death.
There is definitely a change as the conversation kind of continues. And as soon as you hear Mara kind of go, "Was that you?" off towards the front of the cave, and you get the message of like, "Hey babe, now." Both you, Jacaranda, Mara, you're the ones who get it first before the other two do. But this sense of unnatural cold creeps in. There's no wind. There's no, as I say, no like gradual change. It's just a sudden cold air that fills the place. It's not physically there, but you can feel it. And that slight smell of frost. I guess the one, you're a nature cleric. So
I was gonna say, it's fine. Just don't worry, it's fine. I was gonna say, oh, the nature cleric.
It's only the magical boy that doesn't quite get it yet. Everyone else does. You're a little slower to kind of notice the adjustment. But yes, as a few moments pass, you all eventually kind of feel this subtle but undeniable cold fill the room. Nothing's like icing over, nothing's like cold enough to begin to actually like physically freeze, but there's definitely a chill.
I'm not in the habit of telling gods I told you so, but I think we told you that the monarch is closer than you might think, and I think they're here.
So
Monarch here.
Hello. I am Naui Brightskill. I think these things are yours, and I hold out like all the money and diamonds in the pendant. I was not going to. I was going to take them when we thought you were some sort of like grifter. But I'm sure they are very important things, and I like put them down. And then
we still haven't ruled out that they're a grifter.
No, I feel very comfortable with this. There seems like there's something here, so I won't. I was going to like bow and I will bow later. I am sorry if I broke into any rules by coming back. You can be mad at me later. There's something here. And then I was just to walk away very nervously.
Yeah,
Logan, can you sense anything?
Calder looks at Noe stepping away and just. I'm assuming she always does that.
Isn't it cute?
Gay.
As you speak to Logan, who has been relatively quiet during this encounter, is a little off-put. The the look that he's giving is very much like he's doing mental maths in his head. It's very obvious that he's thinking.
Like, Mara just told off a god, and and then adopted him. What?
He's very obviously like calculating something in his head, and just takes a moment to even register that you had said his name. He just sorry. All this is just very. It's weird. Makes no sense. There's so many threads that led you all to this, and now you just reach a dead end. Something's not right. I don't know what it is, but something's just not right. He kind of returns to his little mind palace for a moment and is just thinking things over.
Okay, wait. So it's feeling cold. We still can't get a sense of. I'm gonna leave the cave. I'm going with like it's feeling cold in the cave. I want open. I don't want to be in a cave.
Yeah, I was like, I kept walking.
Yeah.
After my outgoing miss, and I believe Mara was already out there. Question mark.
Yeah, I was like in the doorway, so I'm looking around trying to see if I can. Mara's like, I have no magic, but maybe I can feel where this is coming from. It's like when you get that ache in your knee when the barometer changes. Yeah, it's like.
Whoever's the first to step out, you can decide that between yourselves. But whoever's the first to step out and properly look out, the first thing, you feel it. You don't see it. You're looking out into this dead expanse. It's the same as it's always looked. It's cracked and dead and horrible. The moment you take a step forward, you feel a soft crunch underneath your feet. And there's a coldness that radiates. As you blink, the area around you is covered not only in snow, but in daphne flowers, in aconites, pansies, honeysuckle, all of these wintry plants that seem to cover across the scape. And ahead of you, you see one solitary silhouette off in the distance. It's about your size, judging from here, maybe a little bigger, around 6, 7 foot, depending on your height. It's just standing there. The silhouette itself, its arms are very clearly crossed. They're not down to their sides. They're just crossed to the front. You watch as their 2 arms stretch outwards and then clasp behind their back. You hear the slow, soft crunch of snow as they begin to step forward, closer towards you all, closer towards the cave. They are far enough away that there's no real features that you can make out just yet. She'll give you a chance to react.
Whenever I get out there, I guess now I would just ask Samara and Dewan because we're the three who like went out. That's bad. Yes, we should stop. Should we say something?
Thank you for making my hunt easier. And Mara pulls out her blades. Because she was like, we're leaving here. I'm going to go find the monarch and hunt her down. And Mara heads out towards her.
I look at Dawn.
I don't think that those are the words that I would have necessarily chosen, but yep. And all you get, Jacaranda and Akemi, from the Mind Link is she's here.
Hiroki.
Oh, sorry. I read Akemi's name.
I was like,
Akemi in the real world, she's here.
She's the monarch. The big
It's Jesse. Jesse's the monarch outside your home, in your walls. Yeah, Joanne's or Noe's just gonna follow. I'm probably gonna be like walking behind Mara, and then definitely start running. If I've been given the like, yeah, I guess we're doing this, I am going to do it.
Yeah, I guess I hold my crossbow and I tell our angel friend, like, hold down the fort and I guess get ready to vaporize and head out.
Oh, right, you have any magic? A tree with a crossbow.
Yep. And I have a mace, but I don't really want to get close, so.
And Mara tells Shikari to protect Jacaranda.
What part of you need to leave now? Are you not getting... Oh, God.
We're leaving.
Family!
Out of the cave.
I mean, listen, leaving would be going through her, so, like, we're leaving.
I do basically the same thing, because I have a crossbow.
Yep.
Just, oh, that's a good idea, actually.
Double crossbows. We're going to come.
Seeing you all kind of arm yourselves and amass outside of the cavern here and begin to make your way forwards, a figure stops, tilts its head, and there's a movement of the shoulders as whatever cape they had on drops to the floor. It's, for one of you at least, an instant recognition. It's not the one you would expect. Noe. You remember giving this information to everyone. The vision that you had been thrown into. The scenario that you watched unfold in that courtroom-like structure and had thrown the image to everyone too. This is not the monarch. Jacaranda, you would be able to feel it if it was. The figure pauses. Its arms again stretch outwards. Clasp behind their back once again. They take a few more steps forward. You see the mostly bare, purplish black torso. The tendrils that hang from the bottom of the face, touching against sections of the chest.
Alright.
You see the shoulders roll, and the closest approximation of a smile the lamprey-like mouth can make. As Aravathoon's eyes lock with the party, watching across you all.
I am sorry. I can't believe this. There will be no episode 100. Race. I refuse to make a special episode. You die now.
You hear a thunderous, booming voice ripple across the landscape. A moment of your time, if I may.
Now we. So you said I recognize them. Does it? Is it like a recognize and like? Oh, like everything falls into like everything crystallizes kind of thing? Is this like anime villain level? Like this person stared at us and we're like, this is not a goon.
Yes, essentially, yes.
Feel like
this...
we see
we
the
get
3
close
skulls above their head.
Oh.
This is like JoJo menacing.
I think what Naui says to everyone else. We have to protect the seal, but we also cannot die. Everybody scatter. And I'm gonna throw my spear.
Who has the sending stones? Because Mara says down the link, tell the queen now.
Dawan has ascending stones, and she stayed back, so I will inform the queen. That Aravathoon's here. Hey, you know how we went to check out the seals? Well, actually,
hi. I don't know if it matters. Well, okay, I feel like I got a natural 20. I don't know if I can hurt this thing in front of me, but I got a natural 20 for throwing my spear at it.
Okay.
Just gonna be
my normal spear.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Or my no, our items are still magical. It's not normal.
Yeah.
Throwing it does the D6, I assume, because it's not two-handed?
Correct. Yes.
I can use my ability still. I will make it a favored foe for an extra D6 of damage. And I double what I roll, correct?
For a crit, yeah. You do all your maths and then double the end result.
That was garbage. 24. Oh, wait. I forget it does an extra thing.
It doesn't.
And by 24, I mean... Let me redo my math, because that changes the double. What I meant to say was 34.
34 points of damage. Hawking the spear, it sails through the air, and you hear the sound of it, like, just sunking into them. They stagger backwards. You manage to score it right where a normal person's heart would be. And they stagger backwards a second, They recompose themselves. Their head tilts. They look at the spear sticking out of them. You hear another boom of just a fine throw. And they keep walking.
Oh, we're in danger.
Mara messages Logan, meet at the boat. Meet at the boat. Everyone, meet at the boat.
Oh, wait, I don't think you're getting that spear back.
I can't let them get inside. But I will meet everyone. Get to the boat. I will be behind you.
I'm gonna use my Staff of the Woodlands to cast Wall of Thorns around Aravathun. So it'd be 20-foot tall and 20-foot diameter.
Nice use. I forgot you had that.
How did I? Until I was just looking at my inventory.
Dang.
Because it's a magical item, it still works here.
Yeah,
so,
it has
absolutely.
charges. It's not actually coming from like my magic.
So you create this huge, sudden 20-foot section of thorns directly in Aravathun's path, and he's kind of caught in the tail end of it. You hear the impact as the thorns grow, and like as they push against him, you hear like the twigs snapping and things as he kind of like begins to push his way through. He stops as the thorns begin to expand. You hear a sigh and a chuckle. Does that deal damage at all?
Yeah. So it would be when it appears, each creature within area make a dexterity saving throw. Failed save, 78 piercing damage, or half as much on a successful save. And moving through the wall, for every 1 foot, you spend 4 feet of movement. And if you enter the wall or end your turn there, it must make another dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Well, he's going to deliberately fail. So he'll take the full damage.
I don't like that.
I don't either.
Shikari hits Jacaranda on the trunk. Get on.
Yeah, okay, I'm on.
Let me get this straight. Naui does not run towards the ship?
You answer that question for yourself. What do you think Naui is doing right now?
Dawan shapeshifts and sprints over to you, Naui, and is like, I go where you go, and I'm not letting you run ahead of me this time.
Mara and Shikari head towards the ship with Jacaranda in tow.
If you want me to
Mara needs to go make a teleportation circle on the boat.
If you want me to go on the boat, you're coming with me.
You can't let him get inside.
There is a god guarding the seal, and you can't take him on. Look at what's going on. Look at what's happening.
I could slow him down for the god to get away.
That is what the Wall of Thorns is for. Jacaranda has done that. She's given us some time to get to the ship. We need to warn the queen. We already let the queen know. The queen knows there is a god in the cave who has been here for hundreds of years. And you just saw what your spear did. Nothing. He chuckled. What can we do right now?
Just keep happening.
Not make me tell your mother. Get on the boat. I will call her right now.
I know this keeps happening. I know we keep having to leave behind people or things. But we cannot take him on right now here where we can't even use our magic. We've been we can't do anything. If we want to take him on, we take him on by our playing field, not against something that can make it cold and flowers grow in the demon's tomb.
Now he looks at this Jojo motherfucker walking and just like shouts, "May I have my spear, please?"
You can still hear the cracking and like bow breaking of the thorns as he's like very clearly making his way through. And you hear it stop. You hear a very distant squelching sound. And through the thorns, blunt end first, thrown pretty significant distance towards you all, you see your spear kind of just spin a little, and then blunt end first hit the ground close to you. You see the slight spattering on the end of the spear of a purple, viscous, blood-like fluid.
I pick it up. I look at Dewan. You should probably get some of this.
Oh, I was planning on it. Can we go to the boat, please, now? And I'm going to take your hand.
And is Logan moving towards the boat?
I assume Logan saw Ravathoon and T-posed and disappeared to them.
Well, Mara told him to go to the boat.
No, Logan saw a Ravathoon and was just like Homer in the hedges, like, I'm fading from existence.
Nope, I'm not here. There's noping out of this.
Logan is standing completely still.
Oh, not the PTSD.
Looking at the figure. Looking at you all. Looking at the figure. Looking at you all.
Oh no.
And that, like, the initial, like, mental maths this entire time has now just turned into pure, unadulterated panic across his face.
But Mara starts running, realizes Logan's not coming, and then turns around and goes back.
No, it's okay. I'll get Logan.
So did Hiroki already go to the boat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hiroki's like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
Someone told me to go to the boat. I went to the boat.
You saw Naui do the Naui thing and chuck a spear and the person laugh. I have a crossbow and I'm not very... I don't even use this thing.
This is not my primary weapon. I pull this out when I forget.
I am not prepared.
I know they said it's a point and shoot device, but I don't know.
It's just like that carnival game, right? Right?
But yes, Naui goes to the boat with a cloud over her head.
Anastasia, we met someone named Falca, and he says it's not your fault. I need to get us out of here. And she's putting the stuff down, doing teleportation.
She's like, how do you know my name?
The big bad's there. We gotta go. She's making sigils.
Okay.
Leaving island. That's a good thing.
All right.
It only takes one round, so as soon as everyone gets to the boat, we're taking off.
You have to get away from the island's radius, right?
Mm-hmm. You need to get out of the mist. Yeah. And she immediately is like looking at your panic and is just like, okay, all right, fine. And she like begins getting the boat ready to launch, essentially. Logan is kind of looking at you all scattering, looking at this, and just like, right, okay, right.
Yeah, Mara didn't even knock when she told him to go to the boat. She's just like, go to the boat.
Again, I will sprint my fucking 60 miles per hour. What was it? We did the math, wasn't it? It was like 120.
It's something absurd. Yeah. if you wanted to sprint like your entire life, it's something silly.
If is he still by the cave or is he by the boat? Like, is he frozen by the cave?
He, as soon as he saw the silhouette drop its cloak, like he froze in place. So he would have been like part way toward the boat at the time. And the first thing they say as Mara has kind of knocked in, he
Not
goes,
knocked. She's like, "Won't get out."
The first thing he says mentally to you is, "You had a fucking argument with a god, but not this guy. What?"
This guy's from your place. We haven't finished my shield yet.
I thought you had it handled. You seem to be good. His eyes roll. He begins to make his way and follow you all towards the vessel itself. Aravathun has now kind of emerged through the bramble patch. There's still a definitive wound on his chest as he continues to step forward. Looks towards you all. Looks towards where you'd come from, and again with this booming voice, just a... So I suppose that's a no, then.
We don't talk to psychopaths or strangers with candy.
Oh, about hi Mara. Now he says, "What do you want?"
An answer. Preferably.
To what?
Why? Why have you attempted any of this? You have constantly been a... Looks back. A thorn in my side, so to speak.
Because resistance is not futile. It's
Mara's on something today.
Mara is just like, I'm just going to tick everyone off, right? They already know my name. They tried to kill me when I was a baby. You know, it's okay.
You ask why, and I could ask you the same thing, but I know it's because you think you are right, or because you want power, and because I don't really care. You say we are a thorn on your side, and I know that is meant to be you like are a nuisance, but here you are talking to me, which means that thorn has gotten cumbersome. Maybe the site is infected, and it's starting to hurt more, and it is no longer just a thorn. Now it is spreading to the rest of the body and disrupting other things, not just your toe. We do it because we know it works. Else you would not be here talking to me, asking me why.
They stop. Dead in their tracks. Persistence, then. Death by 1,000 cuts, I think is a saying some of your folks use now and then. Interesting. normally you would encounter these tales of foolish resistance in, well, just that. Tales, stories meant to inspire, to motivate. Always so often, people always rise up to challenge. And yet I am still here. So what now?
If you are so smart, why don't you tell me? Because as you see, we are also still here.
So you are. But I do indeed plan to amputate.
You will try. But you are a hunter like me, and you enjoy a challenge. So we are going to leave, and you will find us again. And then
I was just say, we're in your blood now. Doesn't matter if you amputate.
I would like everyone to roll me a d20.
not just a d20.
Just a d20.
Do I want high or low? I need to know what energy to give it.
You would like high.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
14.
Just a normal just a d20? Just a d20. Not like any of these things we got from Heroes Feast or...
Yeah, right? That's what I was hoping.
For this one, it's just a d20.
14.
12?
Oh no.
14,
I got
12.
10. So good luck.
I got 6.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And Shikari got... I'll tell you in a second.
I was gonna say this wasn't a character check. This was a meta, a more meta role for helping the DM decide.
Okay.
Okay.
You got 2 14s, 2 14s.
Mm-hmm. 2 14s, 2 12s.
10.
Oh,
10.
A 10. Yeah, 10 and 12.
A 6 and a 5.
6 and a 5. Not the best.
Mara's too busy. She's like, I'm making this teleportation.
Viridian got 17, so.
Holy God. Well, it's fine. Viridian's fine. Viridian's gonna protect us all.
I was gonna say the best the best member of the group is the plum.
Yeah.
This tracks.
Okay. Cool. There's something about the word challenge that you use that seems to prick up a very visual reaction. And it's for anyone with an insight, a passive insight above 15. It's an ego thing, because of course it is. But it is a very visceral, bloodthirsty, twisted kind of ego thing. The the mere concept of this idea of it being a challenge seems to evoke a very aggressive, almost primal bloodlust from an individual who has very clearly done some very horrible things. And there is not even a moment of hesitation that crosses them. As there are a few moments of silence. You hear a challenge. A challenge. Very well. Use your time. Make your cuts. Grow. And when you were at your strongest. And when I cut you down. Not even these so-called deities will be able to stand in my way. Not you. Not them. Not Andavariel. Not Nevin. Not the monarch. Not Vis. No one.
Naui will prick her thumb with her dagger and make a little mark over her heart and say, "You see challenge then."
Mara follows suit. She doesn't know what this means, but she's gotten Ollie's back.
You see Aravathoon pick up pace. Not running, but not just casually strolling anymore. They step towards the party, and they begin throwing sections of what little armor they have across the ground, just throwing it to the side, throwing what little kind of decorations and sections of clothing they had left, and just kind of throwing it away to the side.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We don't need to see your lower tentacles.
So we did not consent to this.
Not the lower tentacles.
And with one fell swoop, they draw a blade from their belt. The challenge is made. And with one swift movement, they throw their dismembered tentacles to the ground. There is a visceral show ahead as they take what little linen they have left, wipe it across the area, and with a puff of purple smoke, they vanish from the scene ahead.
Mara turns towards Logan. Is making calamari supposed to be a threat on your world?
Not a threat. Not a threat. Oh. It's a it's a cultural thing. Too long to explain, but In short, I guess the saying you would use is the gloves are off. And now the real work begins. We should probably go back to the capital and figure out what the hell's happening next.
But they said that this was going to not stand in their way.
And the monarch's not going to stand in their way. And the monarch wants this.
Our Avathuns very much focused around the concept of power in a very literal way. And he will empower and trick and make bargains with powerful individuals. But he is also of the understanding that people who want power always want more. So he always has a contingency plan to deal with the people that he ends up running with. He knows that eventually they'll try and betray him and he'll be ready. It's something that he did a lot. It's one of the reasons why he gained a following in the first place. No one else wanted to challenge him, because after the first few, they all turned up dead. Or even worse, they were killed right there in front of everyone. We're, contrary to the popular belief, we are a peaceful people. They are not.
Mara punches Nawi in the arm. Do not tell us to run and then you don't run.
I just
I did nothing.
I am sorry. I said I wouldn't do that anymore. Is everybody okay? Hiroki, Jacaranda, you are okay?
Yeah. I can't unsee the tentacle cutting, but I think I'm okay.
Wait, I just kind of glossed over the tentacle. Is there a tentacle lying on the ground right now?
A couple?
Yes.
I'm scooping that shit up. Are you kidding me?
Dewan madly.
Should we make sure?
No.
I might need that.
Falca's okay?
What?
Occulta? Should we make sure Occulta is okay?
Oh.
Because
I
mean, Ravathoon's pretty powerful. You could have had a whole fight with him, and we don't know.
Anime battle happened because we blinked.
Right, exactly. Before we leave,
let's check. But just like call in before. It's not.
What rude thing did we say to you when we first got here?
How far is the cave from the boat again?
Oh, it's visible. As soon as you get close enough to the cave to see the actual entrance, you can see Occulta standing.
Oh, I was gonna say, why don't we just yell up
watching
to them?
The situation?
Can
yeah,
we just
no,
yell up to them?
They have been there the entire time. So yeah, you can
Okay.
you can yell towards them if there's anything you wanted to say.
are you going to be able to detect them from now on? Because they kind of snuck up on you.
Yes. Leave now.
Again, very disappointed if something happens. And I hope you'll be okay. Because I will be very sad if something happened to you.
Keep yourself safe.
We plan on it.
You know, I am like a 50-50. But you know that already.
Please do not screw up your flow any further. Please and thank you.
I don't know what that means, but hopefully next time I see you, it will be like here, not wherever it is I should be.
Can we have the platinum and the diamonds and stuff? You don't need them. You're a god. I'm just saying.
Can we have all of your material wealth? You don't need them.
Can we have $200 million?
Well, I'm thinking the diamonds would be useful if
one of us dies.
Resurrect.
You can say Naui. It's okay.
Mara has died just as many times. And we may need to buy a bigger boat.
Watch the silhouette retreat back into the cave for a moment.
Leaves it on red, closes the door.
A giant boulder rolls over the opening.
Again, you need signs to say keep out. Especially Mara. I don't know what to tell you.
Mara, please don't antagonize the god.
Ica is fine. It makes them feel alive.
You see the silhouette return at the entrance. Not Occulta this time, but Ica. Holding a relatively large sack. They begin to make their way towards and then throw it down onto the ground. There's the definitive sound of metal kind of clanging against each other as the bag hits the ground.
Ica, I have one last serious question for you. You give hugs.
Don't touch the death god.
I am almost 100% certain you would die, and that would be very bad.
Okay, so you're saying when I'm at the end of life, then you'll give me a hug?
Is that a pact you would like to make? Because
yes.
In that case, I would want something in return.
Oh, another hug. See, I give a hug, you give a hug. It's a back and forth hug.
I don't know if you've ever made deals with you are clearly not a fae, your eminence, but I don't know if you've made a deal with like a fae creature, but it seems like those sorts of rules, you don't want to make this deal without like a lawyer present and someone to look over all of the paperwork for exactly what you want to say, because you have to be very specific on what you say, or you will the term, I think the technical term is get a shit deal.
How about the end of my natural life? So like if I die and brought back, that's not natural. That's magical. So at the end of my natural life, and what do you want? For me to never grace this island again?
Aren't you human? Couldn't you just say like meet me in, I don't know, 60, 70 years?
I mean, but there are people going around extending lives, so I might, live a couple hundred more years.
It's this person. This is the person. There's a person extending lives. We're all trying to find the guy who.
Yeah, we're all trying.
We just met.
There's some mysterious person who's making people live forever. Who knows what'll happen? I'm sorry, please continue.
The way that you would say at the end of your natural life, in the way that you are looking for a death god, is as your river flows back into the constants, meaning your final death, where you cease to exist, and your energy flows back into the energy of the world and the universe. Despite your dealings with Fae, we are not cruel with our bargains. We are simply creatures that expect something else in return. You may embrace me at the end of your river. In return, yourself and your allies carry a memento of one of my aspects. You may choose which one. That being death, war, commerce, memory, and a hunt.
No, this is Dib's hunt.
You take a token from one of these, carry them with you until the flow of your river returns to the constants.
Just mine?
Until
they shouldn't have to carry my burden.
No,
you said you were a family.
I want the hunt.
Well, we are.
No, this is okay. I want the hunt. I am good. I'm good with this.
Wait, so what do we get then, though? Like,
I don't
get
need-
Mara
right.
getting a hug?
No, this is good. Please, everybody. I like this. This is good.
No, we're like, everyone shut up, say yes.
Hunt. I would like the hunt, please. Thank you.
Everybody, don't mess this up for me. This is the trophy my mama's gonna put on the wall. Okay.
You said you were a family.
Well,
Family
this is true.
look after each other. Family also make sacrifices for each other. You would be the one to bear this actual burden. However, everyone else would get the boon until the end of their natural lives, as you so put it.
Is everyone okay with carrying an aspect? And she includes Logan in this because he is their family too.
Logan's eye kind of raises, just, sure. Yeah. My life can't really get any worse from this point, so, you know.
Damn, don't say it like that.
Okay, so if Dolly's gonna take the hunt, what does everyone else want?
That can be decided in your own time.
Okay.
Do not worry. You do not have to stake a claim to it now. I understand it is a big decision. You may want some time to think and discuss. But when you are ready, ring the bell that is in the bag, and you will find your boons.
Can they like double up because there's more of us, or
You can choose what you wish.
okay?
There's one for each of us, I think.
Well, because Logan.
Logan.
Okay, if we include Logan in the family.
Logan is part of the family.
If we make Ray run an NPC with a thing, I think it's more of like Logan gets one. Ray, you don't have to add things to Logan's NPC sheet to have to worry about.
Commerce, I just like a fuck ton of money.
Do I get money? No, you have to do our taxes now. Fuck me.
Finger curls on the monkey's paw.
Wait, that was my last job anyway. It's fine.
We accept. And I guess we'll be going because we got a bunch of stuff to do. We gotta go lift weights. We gotta be stronger. We have to have a montage.
We need our level up montage.
I just think we need to fight somewhere where we can actually use magic. I mean, like, also we need to get stronger and, like, do some other stuff. But magic would help.
Yeah.
No offense. We probably won't be stepping back on this island again if we can help it.
Not even during a storm.
Certainly.
Not even when we're like shit out of luck.
That suits me just fine.
Yeah, they looked pretty excited when you said that.
This has been an interesting endeavor.
However, your other realm is up for grabs. Oh, wait.
Go away.
We leave. Star wipe.
Yeah.
And with that, you make your way back to the vessel. We'll pick up next time as the adventure continues for episode 100. Woo-hoo. Fun times. I'm super hyped, super excited. Okay, we're running a little over. I super apologize. I just lost myself in the in the RP there. I think everyone else did a little as well.
It's okay. We were shit talking a god. It's all good.
Yeah,
exactly. Fine. You know, very, very quick. Let people know what to look out for, where to find you, all that good stuff, and then we shall dip out and let people go on their way. Feel free to just take it and popcorn.
I'm Austin. My pronouns are he, they, she. I'm an award-winning game writer, performer, designer, and friend. You can find me on the internet as Sailor Scannosens at Sailor SCT Austin. Back to you, Jesse.
I'm Jesse, Who's the Moose on the interwebs. I do art things, and sometimes I post about the art things. You can check out the art things on my Instagram, which is Who's the Moose, or my Behance, which is jessiewyrick.behance.com, I think. Complicated links are complicated. Go Akemi.
Hi, I'm Akemi. She, they. You can find me on the internets where I exist as Ninja Penguin AM. I make games, I play games, I do stuff. Off to Rochelle.
Hi, I'm Rochelle Dragon Gem here on Twitch, the Dragon Gem on Twitter. I stream on my own channel most Sundays at 3 p.m. Mountain. I play lots of puzzle games. I don't talk back to gods normally, but hey, maybe. But yeah, that's it. Jack Ellis.
I am So Much Geek on the internet. So SEW Much Geek. You can find me on Twitter and Hive sometimes and Instagram. And so following me on those is usually how you can find out what I'm up to. I stream sometimes on my own channel. Hopefully I'll be picking that back up now that my computer's not angry at me anymore. And yeah, that's she they, and I was playing Jacaranda, who's also she they.
Wonderful stuff. As always, support all these wonderful people and all that they do. Hi, I'm Ray. I'm the GM for this wonderful, glorious mess of a show. I adore you all dearly. I adore this story dearly. I can't wait to get to episode 100 and make more nonsense. Yeah, you can find me at Reddit on Twitter. You can find me here doing this usually, or behind the scenes at Friends with Roll Dice, and that's kind of all I'm involved with at the moment, other than some game dev / game writing stuff. So keep an eye out for that, I guess, at some point. That's it from us. Thank you so much for watching. Rest well, take care, all that good stuff. I'm going to let these lovely people go to bed / do what they need to do for the rest of their evening, hydrate, medicate, all of that good stuff, and catch you next week for episode 100. Take care now, rest well, keep moving forward. Bye! Bye!